Crazyredemu here. Now, I sound a bit funny, and I will be sniffing a bit because I got a cold. But, I got a cough drop in my mouth and all that too and everything, but, forget about that. Today's review will not be a weapon or anything like that. I wanted to try something new and did a book review. Now, this book review, it will be of my all-time favorite book. And I didn't want to do a review of a book I didn't like because I never finish any books I don't like. I stop reading them because I don't like them. And I also, if you're gonna start with a book doing book reviews, you should start with your favorite book. So my favorite book I picked up at a dollar store, and what immediately caught my eye was the cover. This book has a beautiful cover. And I know they say don't judge a book by its cover. But who doesn't? The cover is it's there to catch your eye. It's there to grab your attention. And this book does a great job at it. So, without further ado, here it is. The Blood Jaguar. And look at that. That's a beautiful cover. See? And automatically, when you look at it, it's going to tell you a lot about the story. Obviously, you got the Blood Jaguar there, the big black thing. It's got a bobcat, and as you can tell from the backpack and the little knife, whatever the heck that was, little knife thing around his ankle, and the way he's drinking the water, that this story is going to be anthropomorphic. So, automatically, that tells you that. Also on the cover is a quote. Highly enjoyable and completely original. Deserves a wide audience. And this was by the San Francisco Chronicle. Also gives the author's name. Michael H. Payne. I'll give a little bit more about him near the end, I think. This particular copy is by Tor Fantasy. There. And was originally $6.99. $8.99 Canada. So now this book has grabbed your attention. You take it off the shelf. What do you do with it? The same thing I did. You turn it around and look at the back to see what the back says. A major tour de force says in big red font. What do they say as a little description underneath? To call the Blood Jaguar a talking animal fable for adults would be both true and misleading, like calling Moby Dick a whaling adventure novel. These talking animals are variously hip, intellectually subtle, cynical, mystical, and portrayed with real characterological depth. Bobcat, the main catnip head protagonist, may be superficially reminiscent of Fritz the Cat, but emerges as a true hero in the archetypical sense. The novel has plenty of humorous moments, which is very true, but these waters run deep. It also has a quote. The Blood Jaguar is the sort of thing for which the word sui generis was invented. Believe me, I have never read anything like it before, and neither have you. Norman Spinrad. I don't know who Norman Spinrad is, so I don't know why I should take his word for it. He's certainly not Geordie LaForge. So, that's cover, front, and back. So, you open it up, like I did, it has some more quotes in here by, like, Rob Chilson and David Farland and Thomas Easton Erlog? I don't know who these people are either, so look in here, give some information. Note, if you purchase this book without a cover, you should be aware that this book is stolen property. Not necessarily. It was copyrighted in 1998. I don't know if that's when it was written, but that's when this particular copy was printed. Where's the? I was trying to look for the cover artist, but I don't see it here. Anyway, you flip past those pages, and it comes up with a map. So this map automatically gives away that this is set in either some sort of alternate universe, some sort of past or future that you don't know about. You know, some sort of Armageddon happened, or something, because, you know, you got Florida, you got Mexico, and you got that little sliver there, but they're obviously bigger, and it's shaped far different than they are now. So, that or the person who draws the map was really, really poor at drawing maps. But, I mean, he even says the Great Lakes up there, so. And it gives some locations, so obviously you know that they are probably going to be adventuring there or something. But, you know, we got, like, the Bear Republic right above Mexico. The Kingdom of the Buffalo right in the middle. And that's it. Then it goes into Chapter 1. Now, I'm not going to go reveal the ending or too much of the story, because why do that? It'd ruin it. You need to read it for yourself. But we shall first look at the main characters, which you have 3 main characters. The main hero, Bobcat, and then the other 2 heroes, Skink and Fisher. Now, all 3 of these are named after the animal that they are. Kind of simplifies it instead of giving them big, fancy fantasy names that you can never pronounce, which I always have problems with in fantasy books. It's like, got weird accents all over the names and stuff. It's like, what? Who? Who's this again? Or they got 2 names that are very similar. Now, in case you don't know, you all know what a bobcat is. If you don't know what a bobcat is, I'd be shocked. But, the skink is a lizard. It's, about yay big. At least the ones I've seen are. I think they can get bigger. I think they have bigger breeds, but the ones I've seen were in Kentucky, and they're like about that long. You also have Fisher, which is a type of cat thing. Like a weasel cat thing. I looked at pictures of it, and it's... You really need to look it up. That's the one thing that I didn't really care for, is because I didn't know what a fisher was. I was like, is it a kingfisher? But then it describes paws, and I looked it up. It's like a fancy mink or something. Maybe I'll throw some pictures up here in a little bit. Let me pause for that. Okay, paused for that. Now the setting. Now the world it's set in is not... They don't got modern conveniences like we do, but they are about the range of... I'd say like Western. They got stagecoach, or they got wagons and wagon trains. They got boats. They, actually, no, they don't have guns, though. They probably have, I believe they... Do they have cannons? I don't recall anything about cannons, but I think I read about fireworks. So that's pretty close. So it's somewhere, it's a mix between, you got some Western things. You got, like, metal cookware. You got camping gear, but you don't have trains. There's no mention of trains and stuff. Now, as far as spiritual setting of this world, you have several godlike entities which control the various aspects of nature or death and life. And the boy Jaguar is obviously death. And she, is the harvester of souls. Harvester of sorrow. Sorry. And you got like a lioness who controls spring, and so on and so forth. Raven of the night, and also dreams. The dolphins is either just water in general, or I forget. I think it was like maybe rain or thunderstorms. You got that as far as the spiritual setting. Not all animals believe in them. Some of them, say they don't exist, or just like are agnostic or straight up atheist. Now, the basic plot of this story is every few generations, the blood jaguar goes through and has a plague year and just kills off like 1/3 of everybody. And supposedly, according to prophecy, Bobcat, Skink, and Fisher, these three are supposed to get together, go on a journey, and try to stop the blood jaguar. So, but apparently, no one has ever succeeded. Generation after generation, or generations after generations, these bobcats, skinks, and fishers have always failed. And this generation has a catnip head, basically a druggie, trying to save everybody. I would not want a druggie trying to save my life, would you? No. In fact, the Lady Raven was sending him dreams and prophetic dreams. He was too high to even get the dreams or remember them when he woke up.